There's only two types of people when it comes to listening to music. Okay, fine, maybe there's more than two, but there seems to be two distinct groups. And I don't see a lot of people talking about it. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense when it comes to debates on whether a song is good or not. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot of scientific research to back up this claim, I just notice things. Believe it or not, I am a musician, which means I spend a lot of time with people who like music. A lot. Not only this, but I'm an online musician too, which means I talk to even more people who like music. And to top it all off, I am studying psychology in college, so you best believe I'm good at studying behavior. In all seriousness, just in my regular day-to-day life, I've noticed that the two types of music listeners are lyric people or sound people. Of course you have those people in between that like a little bit of everything, but I'm not talking about them. Lyric people seem to put more emphasis on what's being said in the song, and sound people prefer the overall feel and how the song actually sounds over what's being said. And they never seem to agree on what songs are good and what songs are bad. And I'm not sure if anyone's cracked the code yet, but I'm pretty sure this is why. Because they're looking at it from two different perspectives. Of course, art is subjective, and every person's opinion is going to be a little different, but I think the way you look at a song can drastically change it. Now consider artists like Taylor Swift, Phoebe Bridgers, Lana Del Rey, Gracie Abrams, all this sad girl music. What is the main appeal of these songs? Now one could argue, and I would agree, that instrumentals of these songs are also pretty good, but you can't deny that the main appeal with artists like these are their lyrics. Like, no one sits here and talks about how well Taylor Swift can shred a guitar. It's all about her lyricism, and rightly so. And another little thing I picked up on is that musicians either have lyric fans or sound fans, depending on how their music goes. Yeah, you think the lyricism instrumental rule applied to only listeners? No, artists are like that too. I've noticed that musicians usually are really good at lyrics, or really good at writing music. Sometimes, both is an appeal, but normally you're one or the other. And if you're someone who likes feel and sound of a song over lyrics, you're probably not going to like musicians who put a lot of focus on lyrics, and vice versa. Now this is just kind of more observation, but I think lyric people like having songs that relate to stages of their life, and that's totally understandable. Lyric people like turning on a song and thinking about someone, or thinking about an experience in their life, and I've noticed that a lot of you guys are hurting. I'm so sorry. But look, I totally get it. But the people that put a lot of value on feel do not. I've noticed that the people that value sound over lyrics tend to be more in the rock, punk, metal area. These people don't really care about what's being said in the song, but rather want the sound and overall feel to give them a strong emotion, which is understandable too. Like Joan Jett has one of the best songs ever, and it's just her saying she loves rock and roll over and over again. But the sound of the song itself makes you feel good, which is the appeal for these people who like the sound over lyrics. Like, let's be real, without Googling it, can you tell me anything that Josh Kiska from Greta Van Fleet says? No, you can't. But it sounds awesome. I should also mention that the sound of a song can also make you feel a variety of different things, like lyrics. It can make you feel excited, happy, pumped up, or even angry, which is also cathartic in a way. There's many different things just the sound alone can make a person feel. Which is kind of interesting because it seems that lyric and sound people are after the same thing. They both want to feel something from a song, but they go about it in two different ways. That's the main goal of music, is it not? A song could be good on a technical level, and from an analytic view be perfectly fine. But if it doesn't make the audience feel anything, is it a good song? Spoiler alert, it is not. So while it seems that there are two different groups of music listeners, they're ultimately after the same goal. They just want to feel things, as people do. I've also witnessed a lot of debates between these two types of people, and they never really get to see eye to eye. Because like I said earlier, how you look at a song can drastically change it. For example, if you were to look at the albums Evermore, Punisher, Moss, things like that, from a solely sound perspective, I mean, sure, they would still be good to some people, but you would be missing out on some key details there. And I think that's why people who don't pay a lot of attention to lyrics don't like these songs. And the same thing can be said from the other way around. I mean, some lyrics are just plain silly if you pay attention to them. But it doesn't matter, because the song itself sounds great, so you look over the goofy lyrics. Again, a lot of this is common sense and things that I've just noticed, hence the reason why I did not really record this video and it's just me ranting in a microphone instead. But I figured I would give you guys some food for thought, because I don't think a lot of people talk about different ways people view music. What I want you to take away from this video is that there's different perspectives on how someone can view music. There's different ways you can analyze a song, and there's strengths and weaknesses in every aspect. You just have to look for them. So maybe open your mind and your ears. And if you don't get why someone likes a song, maybe try to look at it from different angles. And maybe you will. And maybe you won't. And that's okay too. So which one are you? Are you a lyric person or a sound person?